What is going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. In this one, I'm going to be going over how I had a 92% win rate in the month of February. If you guys do not know me, I am a TikTok trader by the name of Will Options. I own a Discord named Stock Paper Scissors. I go live every day, Monday through Friday, showing every trade that I took and take. And yeah, I'm going to be going over the things that helped me in getting such a high win rate in this month and just how I manage risks properly, right? So the first thing that I want to go over is draw on liquidity. So when it comes to draw on liquidity, this is how I formulate most of my trades and overall bias in the market. So recently what I've been doing is not really going into the market open to where I have like a crazy bias or somewhere where anything more than where I think price is going to go. Oh, we're tapping into this 1 hour order block. It's a bunch of stuff. So realistically, what I do is, right, if we have market structure like this, I'm going to be just simply marking out something that looks a bit like this. It's obviously like a bit of accumulation, but I just want to reference this, right? So if we have this as our London high, this as our London low, right? And say, okay, let's actually put like an Asia low down here as well. Course seller. Okay. Oh, no, you said best trader right now. My bad. Okay, so we have our London low right here, right? And then we also have, say, our Asia low. Right? And then say we have like midnight open like right here. So this is going to be like our setup of the day, right? We have these London highs, we have London lows, we have Asia lows. The only thing that I want to see is price take out a significant high. Now, obviously, there is more and less important draws in liquidity. I have a video up of the most important draws in liquidity. I'm actually just going to bring it up real quick and do it right here. Give me 1 second. All right, so if we have our, let's paste this right here. Right, so this is kind of what I go off. And if you guys are in the TikTok live right now, you guys are going to get the most sauce that you'll probably ever see out of anyone on TikTok live. Anyone on TikTok live is just showing you their trades, their engagement farming, which I have been known to do, right? But the point of this is I am not even showing a face cam. I don't even have my Tradeify code on. I am just simply giving out sauce on how I had a 92% win rate this month, right? So it all starts on the draw on liquidity. Now, if we have our session highs and lows, our data highs and lows, previous day high and lows, this is really what I look out for. Now, the high time frame unfilled gaps and the external buy side and sell side liquidity, this is kind of something where if we literally have none of these top three, then we are not going to be having a huge bias, and we might not even be like trading, right? Now, if we don't have any of this, that's when we go to the internal draw on liquidity, our equal highs and lows, our unfilled 5 minutes, our unfilled 15 minutes. Again, we use the top three here and the top two here. The 4 and 5 up here and the 3 and 4 up here are basically just our market indicators for where price wants to go. Right click on one of the trend lines you got down and hover over template. Bullish A plus, bearish A plus. Yo, I didn't even know that was there. That's kind of crazy. Anyway, right now in this scenario, right, the most of the time you want to see price. Let's actually just mark this out real quick. This is going to be our 9:30 open. Right, so here's our 9:30 open. And what we want to see is usually price is either going to Judas higher or tell us what the overall order flow is going to be at open, right? So you're just going to use open to determine where price is most likely going to go. Recently, in the month of February, we have been determining the order flow right off of open, right? So we have, say, our high get taken out right at open, or we just have bullish draws in liquidity. This is an example of a trade that I took the other day. We had our 930 manipulate higher, and then we had a pullback into equilibrium of this range, and also tapped into OTE. Let me flip this. Right, so we had a pullback into OTE, and then we had a 30-second inversion out of OTE and this 5-minute gap towards London highs. Right, this is just an example of the trade that we took. Now, we also were tapping into a 5-minute, and don't worry guys, it is not just chart examples like this where I'm going to be marking things out with lines. I will go over the trades that I took. I'm just getting into what a setup looks like in this case, right? So here is our 5-minute, tap into it, tap into equilibrium and OT this range, then get a trade towards London highs using a inversion for a value gap entry model. Now, another thing is, what I have noticed is this used to be kind of my normal trade sequence if we were in a bullish scenario, right? We would have our IFVG towards the external draw liquidity. Now, what I switched up about this month was the fact that instead of trying to target the external draw liquidity, we are going to be using the external draw liquidity for bias instead of actual price movement, right? So instead of trying to hold this till London highs, how often would you say that price goes to where your break even point is, right? Here would be our break even point, and then comes back down and reverses and breaks you even. What I have noticed is my win rate is probably like 80 something percent on a normal day. Now, if I were to include break evens as a loss or into the statistic, it would be very different, right? So what I noticed is instead of having my break even point be up here and targeting London highs with one contract, I said, okay, what if we just used inversions and just took our profits at the high? With the inverse for a value gap entry model, ideally you are not hoping for drawdown. My average trade time has been less than a minute with these trades. I'll pull up an example here real quick of the trade that we took on Friday. Let's see. So it was this right here. As you can see, I had, okay, we were determining our bias, right? Here was our 5-minute gap somewhere in here. We had equilibrium and OT of this range, and then we had equal highs as a swing high. Now, if we go back to reference the external, internal draw liquidity, we may have had previous day high above us, but what are we looking to do? We are just looking to take the internal high, right? We had London highs above us, but the whole point was, how many times did you trade today? Not, like 1 to 2. You discovered this before me. Congrats, brother. Right. So if we skip ahead a little bit, I was saying, okay, we inverted this 2-minute. I want to see this premium IFVG get inverse to these equal highs, right? And then I will literally play out exactly my entry because of how quick we hit TP. 5 cons. Oh my God, you're using 5 cons. It's insane, right? But the point is, I'm only targeting the internal high, the equal highs. This is such a high time frame draw on liquidity. We've had such bullish movement towards the equal highs. There's genuinely no point in saying, oh, like I'm gonna hold to these external highs. And then obviously you can see after we took the high, we would have gotten break even. And you know, like I said in the beginning of this video, I live trade on Discord every single day. Chat spamming W's. Now, let me see if I can pull up another trade. The only issue is if you look at my recordings, I record every single trade I take. I record all of my charting sessions this way. So it is a bit disorganized. That's why I was able to pull up this one. But this is really what our trades have been looking like recently, where we let market structure play out a lot. And then we just take our, I don't like calling it low-hanging fruit because low-hanging fruit is kind of an unbiased thing, right? The whole point of low-hanging fruit and just taking your wins is a lot of traders and a lot of top and bottom tickers will tell you that you're not cool. You're like, you need to catch 300 points or you're not profitable. I'm like, gang, tell me one or two bottom and top tickers that will show you every execution from their trades. They simply won't, right? Because they are taking so many entries and so many positions in order to get that high RR that your win rate ends up being 12%. The other thing is, at the end of the day, I would much rather psychologically deal with a 92% win rate and a 1-to-1 rather than a 20% win rate and a 1 to, God knows what. Everyone wants to say, oh, I got a 1 to average R or 1 to God knows what. And it's like, okay, I understand, bro, but we are trading prop firms. We are trying to get payouts. The whole point of this is not to, like, the whole point is to secure, like, let's get some money in our bank account, right? Let's go over some of the other trades that I took this month, because I also have a calendar. Talking to the person who asked, why would I be in a trade right now? It's Saturday, gang. The market's closed. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, I am just pulling up some trades. Okay, that's charting session. Let's see if I have the trade recording of this. Look, okay. Great. Another setup that we have, right? This I'm gonna pull up on TikTok Live because I messed up and I did not have the source on there. Now we have our Microsoft. Okay, look, so this was another setup that we had. It looks exactly like the trade that we just took. I'll go back and play the trade for the TikTok Live, but look how much structure that we let play out before we got our entry, right? I'm entering with, I think, is it 4 cons? Yes, I'm entering with 4 cons. The whole point of trading this way is that we are using very bullish and very bearish momentum in order to catch small trades but big winners. I'm copy trading 8 accounts. I pass funded accounts very clearly and I do it live in front of everyone, right? The point of this is you can take as much credit for high moves, high win rate, all that, but like, dude, I had a 92% win rate in the month of February, all live traded in front of my Discord and on TikTok Live. Now, let's play this trade because obviously it looks very similar. I'll go back to the trade that I took, but again, this is something that I have been considering this my A+ setup. Equal highs at the swing high, a very good displacement through this fair value gap up here, making an IFVG. And look, 13 points. At this point we've probably pumped 200 points. I'm aiming for 13. The whole point of this is, okay, let's get in and out of the market as zero risk as humanly possible. Let's just make sure that we have a high win rate and we're getting payouts. Show 90% win rate. That's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm telling you guys exactly the model that I used to formulate it, right? So another A+ setup, as you can see. Let's see if I bring up chat. Yes, we have our chat right here. Obviously, live trade in front of everyone. I'm going to bring up Friday's trade because I know I messed it up. I didn't show the TikTok Live that trade, right? Another very clear setup, inverting a 2-minute, having this IFVG up here. We having equal highs at the swing high. Again, let's see. Invert the 2-minute on that candle. We have a 30-second up here. Let's take this right now. And then it literally delivers before I can even set a stop loss. Can you answer? I do not consider taking partials. No, I'm in and out. Right, now let's get into one of the other trades. I'll answer questions. Not going to be 90 in live markets. Okay, this isn't back testing, gang, so I don't know what the fuck you're even talking about, bro. I'm actually going to mute you because I'm giving out sauce and you're just yapping. All right, now let me bring this back up. I had another trade play out just like this. Let's see. Check this out. Right. Let's see. Can you guys see this? Yes. So this is a 30-second inversion. Again, equal lows, previous day below. This is another type of setup where I'm telling you guys, if we have our external drawn liquidity, you can use it so much for bias. You can say, okay, the market is going to go here. I'm just going to take my internal structure trades to the equal lows, or like our internal buy side and sell side, or even our unfilled 5. So in this example, we've had a equal lows at the low. Now let's see, we had this microscopic 30-second right here, entered there with 3 contracts again. Oh my God, 3 contracts. But look, I'm only targeting, I think it is 17.5 points. Let's see what it is. I end up, okay, 22 points. So maybe I made a bit more than I had thought. I think this was yeah. So it's sales. Like I aim for $1,000 a day. God, why do people, can people just take this shit seriously? Entry confirmation is inverse fair value gaps. That's the entry model. Right. And then you can see that this ended up playing out. Oh, sorry. Didn't even get to let you guys see it. TP get hit. Right there. Right. So again, these are just an examples of trades I took. This was the 22nd. The trade that I just showed you was the other day. Now, let's go back to the chart so I can show you guys this stuff, right? As you can see, we have examples of what we were going on, right? Now, I will answer questions because there is about 95 people watching. So I'm sure some of you guys have questions. What videos do you recommend watching to help? I recommend you joining the Discord. Did you have a red week? No. This is about how I had a 92% win rate in the month of February. I will also go over something like this. I want to bring up the 5 minutes, the trade that I had to a 5-minute fair value gap, because I also had some of those. 2-5. Okay, I think, do we go over this one? Not that one. Let's see. 217. Let's see. Not that one. Good stuff. We'll continue to rip up these markets. Discord. Thank you, brother. What's the lowest time frame you'll use for a price to bounce off of? I was using a 30-second to have price bounce off on shorts the other day. Where was this mech trade at? Okay, so this was that day. And then, yes, some other things that I have been using this month is very displacing candles towards highs, right? So I will show you guys another example right here, right? We had our sweep of liquidity at the low. This was basically our 930 Judas. Like I said, if we are going to either show us what order flow looks like at open, taking out the drawn liquidity, ICT is cool. Yep, let's mute you. If you miss one of these for the day, are you done? And same thing if you hit only one and done. Yes, if I hit, it's one and done. If you miss one of these, it's not necessarily the end all be all, but there is times where you can say, okay, this just looks good as well. How do you find your bias? I will go over that. Will, it's been over 15 minutes. Yes, I'm sorry, Brandon. I'm filming this video, but I am showered and I am ready to get pizza. With an IFVG, do you recommend me entering the trade, even though many? Yes. Do I teach more in the Discord? Yes, I have over 100 hours of recordings in the Discord. The link's going to be in my bio for that. Yes, so I will give an example. You can see that on, well, actually, no, we did inverse a lot. There's a better example, but look, so I will go over this trade. We've also had very displacing candles, which lead me to believe, okay, price is going to take out these highs. As you can see here, we have the displacing candle taking out, or I'm sorry, not taking out, inverting both of these fair value gaps, right? So in there with 5 cons, again, just this even works for evals. Just target a little TP a little bit higher, right? Get our cells right there, right? Only needed 4K to pass the account, and then bam, right? Oh my God, go join now, guys. Why do I have to mute people? Like, can people just, this is NQ, right? So again, we had our data highs above, we had our Asia highs above, but after such a displacing candle like that, we just take our profit. Also, I was in this on my Alpha Futures account. I was in this trade up to the data highs. And yes, let's see if I can pull up another one. Does anyone have any questions about that? I'm going to pull up another trade that was very similar to that setup because we also had something just like that. Okay, so not that one. Wow, we really did not displace through this. Okay, I mean, there's 93 of you guys. Do you guys have any questions? Let's see what this one is. Two, three, four. Yes, let's pull up this, right? Okay, now another example, right? We had our 10 a.m. Devil's Mark, which I did not have marked out on either of the draws and liquidity because it's a little bit more rare. In this case, the draw and liquidity for Devil's Mark is just one of those things, you know, it happens so unfrequently that it's not really that important, right? So let's see. We had our fill there. Oh yeah, I forgot this was on evals. Trying to pass evals. I forgot the oh yeah, this printed, I forgot. So yeah, just using the Devil's Mark. Let's see if I can pull up another one. All executed live on stream. Yeah. We are full porting gold tomorrow. Got it. Sorry, I'm going through the setups right now, just looking to see if I missed anything and just making sure that I should really organize this. Please don't end charting. Okay, so let's take a look at this one, right? Now, this trade. Look, so we had SMT at the low, sweep of Asia lows, and high time frame equal highs above. Recently, I've just been using hella equal highs, hella equal lows, using those as my low time frame draw on liquidity. Now, you see this inversion? Didn't take it. Why? Oh, recently I've also been using price in premium, right? So you can see if I draw this, if I had a fib right here from the high to the low of that 930 open to where it looks like 948 probably, the highest time frame inversion is not all the way up here. It's actually a 5 minute, and these two inversions down here failed. Now, if you play this out, you can see that I wanted to just have very displacing candles through all this high. it feels as though the more confluence you have in a trade is based on how bullish or bearish order flow that we have. In this case, you're not trying to time the bottom. You're basically just entering in when you know price is going to the high by using a premium inversion to get there. Why do you like equal highs and equal lows so much? I think it is the most prominent low time frame draw on liquidity that there is. Yeah, now Loki had to fight for this trade, but ended up hitting. Now, let me show you one thing because this is my dashboard. Because obviously that you guys are probably very skeptical. Let's see one thing, all right? Oh, I've not been charging my phone, that's an L. Where'd IU learn the strategy? If you want to learn the strategy and watch me live trade, the Discord's in my bio. Now, let me go to my email real quick because I just sent myself this. Save image. Forfeits, whatever. Okay. So, look. Is that the mechanical model? No, but I have used the mechanical model. All right, chill. You guys don't have to glaze me. And this right here, this P&L is from targeting like, well, okay, this first day was like 600 bucks, but it's just targeting $1,000. Well, that would work, but how much do you risk per trade on evals and fundeds? On evals, I risk very heavy. Risk very heavy on evals. I basically just fucking full port them. How does the $2,500 mentorship work? It's like a one-on-one. You get access to live trading, charting sessions, hundreds of hours of recordings, and then 2 30-minute phone calls. Well, not phone calls, but 2 30-minute calls a week just to go over really whatever you want to do. If you want to back test, we can do that. If you want to live trade, I don't know. If you want to trade PM with me, it's up to you. When we're first starting, you full port evals? No. But I'm saying now. I really want to get funded for the first time. Let me show you something, buddy. Because like I didn't say, the whole point of this is also not just to help out myself. I don't just trade in front of the Discord. I mean, I don't just trade by myself. If you go to the testimonial section, you can see everyone's getting funded, especially in February. Certified funded trader, certified funded trader. Right. All the boys happy. Right. Everyone crushing it. Let's go to profits. Profit's been crazy, dude. Just eating. Will I still learn a lot for the regular mentorship? Yeah. That's all of the people that I just showed you were just from the regular membership or the mentorship membership, whatever. Literally the $100 a month option. Damn, bro, I get people real results and I show all of my results. How much? If you want to join, the link is in my bio. It is $100 a month, but if you use code 20, it'll make it 80 for your first month. And I mean, if you guys really want to, let's see where did I post that payout? I'm not even sure I posted the payout. Hold up. Let me send the payout in here real quick. So this was per 100K account, just a little payout taken. And then I also have my Alpha payout. Do Alpha even send you payout certificates? I don't know. Times took, dude. Passing evals like it's nothing. This was another trade that I wanted to go over. Let's see. This was check profits real quick. Yeah, let's see what Omar has to say. Oh, did you finally get that screenshot? Yeah, it's fire. Put in my own testimonial. Who's in free chat? How much is average RR? Gang. Gangy. If anyone's on TikTok, do you guys want to see anything in the Discord? For those that want to join, do you guys need to see anything? If I join, will you teach me the model? Yes, of course, I'll teach you the model. I trade the mech model and only have like 3 trades in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, let's take a look at the mech model trade that I took. Because I did take a mech model trade. What day was it? I know I uploaded on TikTok. I was like, Mackie, Mac, 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 Mac. Oh, brother. 2/11. Let's go to the 11th. That was charting session. Yes, so I also trade the mech model, but not even necessarily like the mech model. It's like I'm trying to get into trading futures. Is it worth it? Yes. How did trading get you? Just a lot of hard work, a lot of sleepless nights. 30-second little inverse mech model. I'm gonna take it here with you. It's just targeting the 5 minute. Got wrecked this week, dude. Sorry, man. You should have been in the Discord. Does the model work with Forex? Yeah, I would just trade futures with this model, bro. W marketing. 3 trades in I know. Dude, I thought there was a chance I was gonna get break even. I can just look at what dates. It's close. But we bang TVs. Ah, that was fun. Look, showing all my accounts. All right, let's close this real quick and open up one more. What this is a trade I want to go over from 220. Was this it? Yes. Let's let this play out. want to use 10 a.m. volatility to inverse this 1 minute that's pretty premium, and then just get a IFVG total price. If not, for the fine, I'm just gonna use this volatility. So let's see what happens. We need a really strong closing here. All right, I'm in there. Bang, bang. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. My overall average win rate is like 83%. It's like 78 to like 83%. But this month specifically, it was like 92%. That was the important part about this. What you doing? I'm filming a YouTube video actually. I'm actually almost done, but I just wanted to go over some of the trades that I took and the model that really helped me, and just answer questions. Which model do you use? I use the SPS model. I use the stock paper scissors model. All right. My IG has 2 underscores after the Will Jordan, but average R has been like anywhere from like 1 to 2. How many trades you took this month? I would say 20. Why are we trolling? I use ICT, bro. It's not like it's just ICT. And then we can go over like these. These were the 2. I low-key think I deleted some, but um already watched this trade. Didn't watch this trade. I mean, I can, if you guys want me to show this trade, I can. Do you guys want me to show this trade? Okay, let me find it. All right. Give me that. New TikTok live account. Let's fucking go. So yeah, this is an account that I passed just specifically for TikTok Live. Had already taken the trades on the funded on this setup right here on the left. Let's see. Already showed this trade right here, the 26th. Did I show the 26th? I don't know if I showed the 26th yet. I don't know if I showed the 26th trade yet. Oh, that was on TikTok Live. This was TikTok Live trade. Wait for the highest time frame inverse? No, not anymore. It's propaganda. Oh yeah, these 2 brutal break evens. Let's see, this was the 26th. Yes, this was right here. PB propaganda. What do you think about order flow? It's okay. How much allocation are you trading? I'm trading with 3 different firms, max allo on all of them. Where's Ivan? Yeah, I will after this. How do you do that? The higher time. How do you know the higher time frame? Usually it's closes at the same time. Or it closes above and then inverts another one. No, Riley had the same issue, but bro, like you're telling me that like this trade just couldn't have hit. Is there a general point you target before moving your stop loss to break even? No, normally what I went over in the beginning of this was the fact that the whole point of this is to, instead of having your break even point be moved, like, okay, here's where I'm gonna move my stop loss break even, you just TP at your break even, like where you would, right? And I'll drop another scenario. This would be like price or like 9:30 is already open and then like dumps. Sorry, actually, let me get a little bit more like. All right, and then you get your fair value gap right here, your equal highs right here. Now the whole point is to, okay, we have this dump. Say we swept our key level, swept our Asia lows, swept London. There's nothing left besides, say, like these London highs still. Now, okay, draw on liquidity. Sure, we might be like far away from the London highs, but the fact that like there is London highs available, right? There's an unfilled 5 up here. Instead of trying to target something like this, right? Instead of trying to target something like this with 3 micros and having to hold all fucking day, you just you scale down. You scale down, right? And then you get your inversion just like this. And then this is your trade. It can fucking go all the way up here, bro. We already made our money. You are not cool for trying to target 400 points, 200 points, 100 points. If you make money from trading, that's all that fucking matters. All right. Is there a general point you target first? Oh yeah, I already answered that. You only look at 1 minute and 30 seconds. All right. Oh my God. I've been filming for 45 minutes. I am gonna end this video because I gave out so much sauce in this, and this is pretty much what I was like looking to do. And I gotta upload that YouTube video. I will look at rejections of 15 minutes, yeah, but that's about it. Okay, is everyone good? It's gonna be a long video, but I'm happy to have done it. Like I said, if you want to live trade with me, the link is in my bio. I took these setups. Everything that helped me make this much money this month was all live in front of my Discord. My Discord people. People that are in the Discord. I'm sharing my screen. Yo, how are we liking the Discord? SC, I know, Zavi, Elias, like all the guys that are in premium. How was this month for you? If you guys are even still listening, this might just be El Aura if no one's listening. Dexter, the link's in my bio. What time do you usually go live on Discord? 9:25 a.m. through 11 a.m. Okay, we got CZ typing. We got Elias typing. Got my first payout yesterday. Yes. Like I said, the link in my bio. And then you can use code 20 to get 20% off. Would you say your trading has changed over the past few months? The only trading change that had been was like this past month and just targeting internal highs and lows or internal draws and liquidity. I really want to make money for family. Yes, of course you do. I prefer 1 step. I never do 2 step. But yeah, okay. I'm going to end this recording. I'm going to end this TikTok live. Like I said, if you guys want to join the Discord, links in my bio. Peace out, y'all. Holy shite, bro. Let's end this recording as well. This is for the recording. Also the links in the description for this video. If you guys want to join the Discord and bank with me, there it is. Peace.